Welcome to this final basic tip on how to write better academic papers. What we've done so far is look at the overall structure, and we've seen that we go in a general context, work our way down to something more specific, a research question, stick closely to that research question through methods and results, and then go wide in discussion and putting it into a wider context of the literature or of recommendations. We've looked at specific strategies on how to do that, showing importance, indicating a gap, and then filling that gap. We've talked about how one idea should ideally be mentioned in just a single paragraph, or that, vice versa, in one paragraph not more than one idea is elaborated. In doing that, we try to go for as simple as possible in our solutions. Schematically, we came up with the idea that we're going to separate paragraphs clearly with some white space in between, and that we're going to add topic sentences that act as some kind of flag to our readers, knowing, in this paragraph this idea is developed. Now, to do that in practice, to make it as easy for our readers as possible, we are going to try and adopt these types of sentences. Imagine that all these letters make up a paragraph and that each line is one sentence. So this is sentence 1, sentence 2, sentence number 3, and sentence number 4. We will be talking about, let's say, the topic B. Sentence could be, an interesting technique to be used in this respect is B. B has been developed on the basis of C. C was very popular in the beginning of the century, and C was then later developed, and these ideas and techniques were established and applied in industry E. So, asking the question, what did we just do? We tried to take one idea in one paragraph. We tried in this paragraph to show how a very specific technique, B, has a past, is linked to C. So the main idea is B is linked to C. How do I give that information to my readers? Well, through a linear progression. I make sure that every single sentence I offer is somehow linked to the previous sentence, so that there never is a jump in the logic. The person reading never needs to wonder, how on earth did you get to this part? What is the link with what preceded? So, at the beginning of this paragraph, we had a so-called zigzag pattern. A goes to B, and B goes then to C, and C goes to D. In other words, we take the end of the previous sentence and we use that to start our next sentence. The second option is what we find at the end here, that we go from one element, I'm talking about C, and I add new information, D. And then I go back to my central element and I add E, and I could go on going back to C and adding F, and back to C and adding G. The main advantage of using these two techniques, or a combination of these two techniques, is that you always make sure that your reader is right on track, is following the logic alongside what you're saying. So, to recap all of what we said, think about your overall structure, look down to a research question, stick to it, and then show how the results of that research question fit in the bigger picture. Sell the added value of your research by focusing on the importance of the topic, indicating that something is missing and that you're providing exactly the solution to that. And in doing that, use separate paragraphs with a topic sentence that is going to indicate a single topic. And then we're going to develop this idea logically by moving from one idea to another, by providing new information on a single idea per paragraph. And of course, we're going to try and keep things as simple as possible. We're not going to overuse difficult structures or difficult words just to sing smart. I hope these tips will help you write better academic papers. Good luck.